Up Top Podcast.
We
Yo.
back.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for keeping up with us. We really appreciate the support.
Yes, sir.
Episode 3, be legendary. You already know.
Legendary moments.
It's your boy
yes, sir.
Ste-Mo.
Your boy Shaun Spacely.
And it's your boy Tsunami, Tommi.
All right.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. On this next, we got this nice little segment here that it's fairly new, but we're gonna try to incorporate it a little bit more about the boxing and UFC. Like you said, we had a nice little fight that was really a prize fight, even though it got a lot more heat.
Yes, it did.
That really people really expected. They got a lot more heat.
Facts.
The fight known as the Ryan Garcia and Gervonta the Tank Davis fight.
Gosh, that fight there. Oh my gosh.
That fight, right? That fight has so much heat.
That
man.
fight was crazy.
It started ever since.
Legendary.
We all know that these two legendary stuff, man. We already know.
Both two boxers were undefeated.
The bag was legendary.
Going
Money
into
that
this
they
round,
had. Oh my god.
Nobody thought two boxers would actually go undefeated and then one had to lose. That's crazy.
That's the only sad part about it.
Oh yeah.
They could have gotten a draw, but the tank wasn't having that. He wasn't having that.
He had that. That's all he said. He said, matter of fact, like he said, speaking about that, let me share my screen to show the highlights of said fight, of what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Throughout the entire thing. Because
coming in right here, you see him
you
already.
See you got
feeling all
Ryan
holy
Garcia,
and stuff, asking God for the win.
Because at the end of the day, we all knew that, you see what I'm saying, Ryan Garcia was a little bit weak on the defensive side.
Yes, we did hear that.
We all thought about that. We was like, okay, cool. You see what I'm saying? We want to see it. We're like, all right, let's see if he got it, because he does say he has a lot more offense to balance out his defense. You see what I'm saying? But it was like, all right, it's time to put it to the test, because this man right here, he had Chief Keef walking in with him. Man, so you see what I'm saying? That's where right here, like you said, he had to put it to the ultimate test, because this man will take your punch and say, all right, is that all you got?
Exactly. They don't call him the tank for nothing.
You see what I'm saying?
And you see it.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
The stats right here.
As he punches right here.
You see it.
Right, the tail of the tape right here is, everything is almost, like you said, nearly identical besides height and age. You see what I'm saying? With a little bit of 2.5 inches of reach.
Yep.
That's about it. That's, you see
and
what I'm
on
saying?
paper,
everything was almost a clear-cut fight.
Yep. I agree with Tsunami. On paper, you see it. On paper, Garcia should have had like a slight little advantage, maybe a little keep up. He could stay with the pace of the tank due to, like Tsunami pointed out, his reach and things like that. But as we clearly about to see, that wasn't the case.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean,
those type of things.
I was just impressed to see how posed these two boxers were. They had this fight planned out from beginning of last year, and going into this year, you could see the training methods that these guys wanted. Ryan Garcia saying that he had to go ahead and shave off his hair to make sure he was getting to the weight that he needed to be to fight Tank. And I'm saying to myself,
I think that's crazy. That's the crazy part. He had to lose weight. If you look at their body frame for this kind of fight, you would beg to question just how much weight did he really have to lose. As we can see here now, they go into the second round. They've already helped each other out. As you can see, Garcia deciding to put the moves on Tank, but Tank is like, nah, they don't call me the Tank for nothing.
They don't call me the Tank for nothing.
But Garcia's trying. I must admit, Garcia was
as he sees it. Yeah, like in the beginning, that's what people were saying.
Right.
Yes, sir. Exactly. I agree, Mr. Spacely. That's what everybody was saying in the beginning. They wanted to see who was going to take off first, and as we see here, it was Mr. Garcia decides to take off first in the second round. He starts throwing everything, but then he gets knocked.
Unfortunately, he goes down the first time. The Tank shows him, yo, I ain't for sure.
I ain't no right. This is facts. You see what I'm saying? So most of the times now, he's already thinking that. So as with that in him, Mr. Davis is like, all right, I already know what I have to do to drop him now. It's already, you see what I'm saying? It's already set.
As we see from the highlight
after that
there,
knock-in already set down.
Showed you that nice little clean hit.
Knock-in already set.
Clean hit, put him on the floor.
Because everybody, that's the one thing that I was bringing to everyone's awareness when it comes to boxing. When you're a boxer, you have to be able to land multiple punches. Well, the one thing about Garcia is he only has one good punch, which was his left hook, as we clearly saw in that nice little knockdown right there. Garcia completely ducked the hook because he saw it coming. He anticipated it because he knows that what he did tape on his opponent. He already knew that his left hand was his most dominant weapon. So he said, you know what? I'm going to prepare for that. And since he did, his training paid off and scored him a knockdown.
As you can see here in the third round, Garcia's trying to keep up with the paces, but Gervonta really not trying to give him no chance to set up that left hook like Tsunami was saying earlier. Every time he tries to set it up and get it in there,